Hey, Jason here, former CIA officer. I want to tell you a quick story that was shared with me by a friend of a friend or friend, uncle's cousin's brother type of thing, about being safe while shopping, being safe whether you're in the mall. I don't know if anybody goes to the mall these days, but being safe in the mall, being safe in the grocery store, so on. So here's the story. A woman, she was coming home late from the gym or somewhere, and it was late at night. When I say late at night, it was probably 9:30, 10-ish, and she decided to go to the grocery store. So she didn't normally shop late at night, which of course, if you can avoid it, go to the grocery store during the day. This woman has several kids, and she said, hey, I don't want to have to take the kids tomorrow. It's just so much easier because my husband's home right now. I'm gonna go shopping 9:30 at night again, somewhere around there. So she goes into the grocery store, and as she's walking in, she sees these two men, and they just don't blend in. They look suspicious. They're on their cell phones. They're kind of eyeing everybody who's in the parking lot, who's going in and out of the store. And it's not just, again, it's not normal behavior. They're really sizing up and looking at people. So this woman's walking to the grocery store. One man is on this side, one man is on this side, and she gets a very uncomfortable feeling as she's walking in. Then as she's shopping, she feels like she is being followed. So she notices that there are other men in the store, and same thing, they're on their cell phones, they don't add up, they don't blend in, and when she's picking things off the shelves and throwing stuff in her shopping cart, they're just wandering around, not having a shopping cart, not grabbing anything, not having one of those little baskets in their hand. So it just doesn't seem right, doesn't add up. And of course, we always trust our gut, very, very important. So she continues shopping, and these men, she's no doubt in her mind are following her. She's walking around, she's looking at them, she gets everything, and her gut says like, okay, I cannot leave. Something is gonna go on. These guys are probably gonna try and kidnap me, or worse, or whatever, because my gut is just screaming that multiple men around, they're on their phones, they're not shopping, they don't blend in with this environment. So as she's checking out, she says to one of the people there, hey, can you get your manager? And says to the manager, hey, can you get somebody to walk me out? I just don't feel comfortable. And apparently somebody came she just didn't feel comfortable about. I don't know who it was, but let's just say it was maybe a scrawny guy who she just did not feel like was gonna be able to save her if something went down. So she asked for somebody else. Finally, they got her multiple people, and she just something wasn't right. So even though it was awkward, even though it was socially uncomfortable, she said, you know what, I'm just gonna call the police. Well, the police ended up coming, and as soon as these guys saw the police come, they took off, and she said, I watched them go to not a car parked in the parking lot, but they weren't even in this grocery store area. It was across the street is where they went. And she was obviously very upset. Police officer comforted her, got her to her car, helped her home and everything. But of course, the moral of the story is, one, always trust your gut. Two, kidnappings happen all over the world. Phoenix, Arizona. I don't know if is this year, but last year was the kidnapping capital of the world because of a lot of drug stuff. But kidnappings happen all over the US. It doesn't matter if you're in the world's safest environment. The story I told you came from a place in Utah, which is an hour from where I live. So it didn't come from Detroit, it didn't come from Chicago, it didn't come from Baltimore City or any other places that have a high crime rate. Also, of course, do not walk out of the grocery store with your head down texting. Be observant wherever you go. If you see somebody sizing you up, you should obviously be on high alert. You're gonna pay attention more, and you should not walk out there by yourself. You should call the police or have somebody escort you, have one of the managers of the store, depending on what you feel that the threat level is. I've mentioned surveillance detection routes before. Go watch that video, but I'll give you the 30-second version. Simply walk around and see if the same people are following you. This woman in the grocery store, she noticed these men were not shopping. She noticed when she went to different aisles, these men would pop up on their cell phone. If you walk in and feel uncomfortable, go over to the salad and lettuce section. If the same creepy guy shows up there, then go to the cereal section. If he very quickly shows up in the cereal section, then go over to beef stew or canned or whatever it is. You can see I don't do a lot of grocery shopping. Go there, and if that guy shows up again, well, you know you're being followed. You have run a 2-minute surveillance detection route because he was in lettuce, then he was in cereal, and then he was in the beef stew and the cans. So you know you're being followed, and do not walk out of there by yourself. Yes, unfortunately, we know that women are more likely to be victims, but it can happen to men. There's been plenty of places I've been where I've been sized up. I don't look like the world's most intimidating guy. I'm not the world's strongest guy. So I have walked into places, both here in the US and overseas, where people size me up. And when that happens, of course, I'm on high alert. I'll take out my tactical pen and I'll walk around with my tactical pen in my hand. I'm not walking around like this, like I'm trying to, crazy person, because we obviously don't do that, but I can walk around casually with my pen in my hand, which is why I recommend everybody have a tactical pen. I mean, it's a no-brainer. The link below shows you where to get the tactical pen I use, but you can't walk around with a gun in your hand. You can't walk around, with a blade out and in your hand like this, like a crazy person. But a tactical pen, because it is a regular writing utensil, when I've been sized up, when I felt felt uncomfortable, I can take it out and I can walk around, and I've done this on more than one occasion. So get a tactical pen, have something, obviously have some self-defense training, trust your gut, run a surveillance detection route, don't think it can't happen to you because it happens all over the world, it happens all over the United States, and always have your head up. Remember, if criminals are sizing somebody up and they see everybody else with their head down texting and you're the one person who's alert, who's giving them eye contact, who's letting them know, hey buddy, I see you, they are most likely going to go choose a victim who does not see what's going on. So please have your head up, please have awesome situational awareness. I'll also pass this along to your wife, your kids, whomever, because we know, unfortunately, so many kids these days have no idea what's going on in the world. So tell them to keep their heads up. Please be safe. I am former CIA officer Jason Hanson. Just wanted to pass along that story. Make sure you like, subscribe, check out my other videos, and again, grab yourself a tactical pen. It is an absolute no-brainer in the crazy world we live in.
Please welcome back former CIA officer Jason Hanson.
Former CIA Jason Hanson.
This handsome fella is Jason Hanson.
This is Jason Hanson, former CIA guy.